GRYSKLL.
Girl or boy, because boys are definitely not protected either. We really don't protect our boys, and a lot of shit happens to boys, but because they're boys and it's so fucking taboo, they will never fucking speak on it. And now they sit here living their whole fucking life angry because somebody fucking touched them and nobody protects them, and they were too embarrassed to say anything because the reaction is gonna be, you could fight him more if you could. That's a fucking kid. I don't care. I don't care if you're 17 and you brawler. You still a fucking baby in this. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane, man. So I can't condone that shit on any level.
That's another reason why I do this shit. Is because that happened to me as a kid, and I say it out loud because a lot of people won't say that shit. I ain't gonna talk details, but the shit happened to me as a kid, and that shit fucked me up. I didn't realize it fucked me up till about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm damn near 50. So yeah, that shit'll fuck
really. Yeah.
And you realize it because you repress that shit. Like, I didn't even understand that I was repressing the shit. Like, I don't even realize I forgot the shit. But that shit does come back on you time and time again, and it changes your whole course of your life. Like, I realized that I became a different kid that specific day. Like, I look back in my childhood and I just realized, like, damn, that was
that's the trajectory.
Yeah, that's
it. I'm not trying to like really open any fucking books up with you, but I will say this, that what you just said, that's why I'm very, very adamant about the way I teach, because I'm unorthodox, but I know how any kind of trauma, especially sexual trauma, can change anyone's fucking trajectory. And at any given moment, that shit, and like you said, you could suppress it, but it comes out in other ways. And you're not even aware that you manifesting shit from this, right? It's something that you blocked away, but that shit is always going to be there because you never processed it. Not you, just in general, right? And when people process it. Which is why I'm like, anytime when people be showing me how people act, oh, look what they doing. I swear the first thing I be thinking about, like, yo, how you know they wasn't fucking abused? Like, I think like that first and foremost before I ever judge anybody.
There you go.
I'm trying to enable shit. I ain't enabling no bullshit, but I'm gonna, like, I get it, man. Sometimes you gonna act a fucking fool because that's your cry for help, even though, you know, you probably figure the shit out now as you know, but in the same token, you never know, man. You never know what anybody went through, especially when it comes to that sexual trauma. That's some shit.
Listen.
What's up?
Listen, check this out. My son just told me, he said, they called me stupid when I was in 6th grade. My boy, 6 feet, 6'3", and he's 6'3". He said, his mother said it. He went to school that day and he said somebody else said it. Some kid said it. I said, boy, quit playing, right? Damn. He said, okay. But I saw you serious though. I'm like, come on, man. We always talked about getting over stuff. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, that really fucked you up. I immediately called his mother. I said, you're going to have to come over here and you're going to have to apologize. You're going to have to apologize for all of that shit. No. I said specifically for calling him stupid. Because, man, it's fucking with him right now. In a relationship, he got a girlfriend. I didn't think it was serious at first because he didn't know what to do. He's acting it out now. You know what I'm saying? It's acting out. Now that he's in a relationship with a girlfriend, you're going to have to heal with your mother all the time. I tell him before you even to treat your lady. So now you're treating your lady, you go see your mother. Now he's doing that. You know, spending time with her, going over there on Christmas. First time he spent Christmas with her.
Wow.
How about it? This past year.
That mother will be different though. Listen, and both parents are important, but when a mother, if a child feels rejected by the mother in any way, shape, or form, forget it. Because you gotta remember, before they met the father, they was attached to the mother for those fucking 9 months, the 40 weeks, you know, approximate pregnancy was. So you know your mother before you know anyone else. So that's your safety net. When that safety net is basically is not a safety net anymore, that's just gonna fuck with you. Yeah, even something like that.
But just to add on again, y'all talked about boxing. Isaiah then did boxing. We were training him from boxing to go to MMA. We already knew what he was gonna be. John Bone Jones. We were training him up. Isaiah's very big, very strong. No matter how strong I built him up, you hear me, Sha? Training, running, beach type shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to hoop like me. We hoopers. My dad hooped. I played ball, but he had the height, but never did it. He was that determined. No matter how much I put karate, anything. That apology, and you know what I'm saying, all the way back to 6th grade is what his mother's perception, you know what I'm saying, a female's perspective, you know what I'm saying, whatever, still wasn't strong enough. That's what he needed most to make him overcome that. Now the relationship, now he speaks out. You know what I'm saying? I need this and talk to, you know what I'm saying? Wow. I see a different side of him unlocked, and she talking to him. I just had to sit there. Even though some of this shit she was saying was kind of on bullshit, I gotta let that go because he has to know how to play guard with that, what filtered through. But he heard her when she specifically apologized for Abe, because it was a couple of other things. You know what I'm saying? You gotta apologize for too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. No matter how strong I've made them.
On the same note as that, I heard Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish said that people, when she was a kid, used to say, "Oh, girl, you stupid," like when she tell jokes and shit. But she took that to mean that she was actually stupid. So she went her whole life actually really thinking she was stupid. So she didn't do well in school. She struggled in school because she actually thought she was stupid.
Stupid is, but that's a harsh word. I'm not gonna lie. I used to get in trouble for saying that shit when I was younger. Like these adults around me were very, very adamant about that word in particular. It makes sense, you know, because like that shit could really fuck with you. I mean, it's no different. Yeah. Another too, you got to be careful with kids too. Is calling them bad. Like you never want to give a child this perception that they're bad. That you definitely gonna see bad after that.
Programming.
You know, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's about their identity, and that shit is so forming and shaping when they're younger. So it's really important that you're careful, you know, with your choices of words. But that's dope that that she apologized and that they worked through that, man. That's what I want to hear more of. That's beautiful.
Yeah, because now she goes to counseling. Nah, my bad. Just to finish, not to throw shade at her, but she's going to counseling, and you know, we talk. Now it's more so, you know what I'm saying? All right, you here? Let's follow this. Let's try this. The plan is already in order. Pop's got the plan already. Just follow the instructions. So now the instruction is already good. You know what I'm saying? Now you can go with your mother and y'all can get that healing, and you still have this avenue to boom, boom, boom. And it's a beautiful thing that they can work on. You know what I'm saying? And it's lovely. So yeah, she's getting the help that she needs, and she's gonna extend it to her son, and they can talk about it. So I think it's a beautiful thing, right? Mental health as well.
Congratulations, man. That's a big deal, man.
Right? That's a win-win like a motherfucker, boy. Shit, you can move out.
Well, so now I gotta ask you a pushback question now, Aida.
Hold on, man. Look, how you just gonna squeeze past? He said you can move out.
Hey, yeah, it's time to step out in the world, baby. It's time to step out in the world, baby. Man, 23, 24, get out there, boy. Go fly. Shit, let me get this extra room for this studio, boy, or something. You know, because it's that time, though, T. It's that time.
I feel
you know what I'm saying? I know, because there's still a connection to the nest that may be unsure too. And me as a father, I'm learning this, the separation at this point. He's 23, 24. He got the place, he got the car, everything he needs. So, man, and now it's time for you to go ahead out there, because you could be talking about 6th grade because the world is still so big. You can move a couple of blocks from me. You can move in apartment under me. There's situations that can still be, you know, chaperoned. And just understand that. So that's all I want. Shit. Like we were just saying shit, 16, 14, 13. I was spending the night. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have that. We definitely took care of our kids in the right way though. So the mental health is just an added bonus and shit.
No, that's dope, because a lot of people be trying to kick their kid out once the kid turn 18. It was like, that's still a fucking baby. Well, I'm a woman, so my perspective might also be a little skewed, like, and it could be a feminine
18 shit is imposed on us. Nah, you right.
Yeah, but I'm like,
what?
Hey, I just learned that lesson. I was one of those parents.
Hold on, we got to stay somewhere, because my wife was telling me something, and since we have a lady on here, I need to see if that's confirmed. So my wife was telling me that that the girls was basically taught a little bit different than how we was taught. Like y'all was taught, maybe not all of you guys, that's why I'm trying to figure this out. Y'all was taught damn, I forgot how we worded it now, but basically you was taught like you can't really depend on no man. You gotta be on your own. You gotta run like that man gonna leave you.
Yeah. I think, but I'm gonna say it in this. It depends. That's definitely a lesson that was taught. But I think it comes from two different perspectives. Because